Hope you're doing well, everybody. Happy Thursday. I'm heading off to the office. Son forgot form, dropped it off to him. So this morning, dropped the oldest off at school. The youngest, 7-month-old, woke up. So it's as I'm getting ready, getting the other two ready. Had to change a poopy diaper, throw out trash, do recycles. And so now I head to the office, have some meetings, kind of back to back to back. And so, yeah, hope you're doing well. It'll be an enjoyable day. Sherman's out.
So you always want to be in the learner's mentality. So the last day and a half, I was then able to talk with a bunch of high school students, about 150 of them. And one of the big themes that came out of it, number one, is that you have to be able to figure out what your interests are. And the only way that you can figure that out is by doing something. So it's trying out for a soccer team and realizing you don't want to play soccer. It's trying out for the debate club and realizing that you don't like debating. It's being able to do things and finding out, just as importantly, what you don't like in order to find out what you do like. And so I know for a lot of people, that's one of their biggest struggles is, how do I find my passions? That's exactly what you got to do. Do something. And so I'd encourage anybody, if you find yourself not necessarily knowing what your interests or passions are, start with somewhere. Start with something and see where that's going to take you. Good things happen when you're in action and you're in movement and you're in motion. Sherm's out. The learner's mentality. Doesn't matter at what age you are, you can be learning from other people. Whether it's what not to do by their poor example of the decisions that they've made, or what to do and the good things and good decisions that they've made, the better choices. And so whether you're new in your career, I think there's a huge opportunity for you to learn from others. If you're long in the tooth in your career, I think there's still opportunity for you to learn and grow, even from someone that might have just come on to your company or come into the firm. I think if we have that learner's mentality, we're going to find ourselves in a better position in order to learn. Just was meeting with a bunch of high school students, learned a lot from them by our engagement. One of the biggest ones was about Musical.ly, that here's an app that is fun, you can engage with it, but here was about 150 students, and their almost unanimous response was that it wasn't fun anymore. And so it'll be really interesting to see where that platform is in about 6 months. If people are still finding that that's kind of the overall progression of the app, is that it's kind of on a downward trajectory. I think you find a lot of value when you can go out, talk, and most importantly, listen. Sherm's out. All right, Master of None had a really good point to my last post about following your passion, just because we do have a lot of likes and interests. What I find for a lot of people is the most important thing is doing something. And I find for a lot of people, if they were to, let's say, be really into stitching, they might find that they're doing a YouTube channel and they do, let's say, 5 videos and they're just not really into it. That, to me, is success, because you realize that you like it, but not enough to really be talking about it all the time. And so a lot of times people ask me like how I'm able to do a lot of this stuff. One, because I totally love it. I love engaging with strangers. I love engaging with you. And so whatever I can do to be able to be of value. The other thing it reminded me of is I talked to a studio. She ran a clay corner studio, and she just was an entrepreneur. So she just liked running businesses, wasn't any particular passion towards any particular type of industry. So that's where I think it's true. You just want to be able to just have a go at things. Here at Greenwood Hills Country Club, meet up with Danielle, talk about what's going on. So I thought I'd film a little bit of me walking around. That's the golf course, gorgeous golf course, by the way. So that's where the pro shop is. Come here, really nice restaurant, great bar, TVs, and then here is like a great place to be able to host bigger banquets, obviously eating area. Nice little fireplace, very applicable this time of year. And then here, we're gonna walk in. Interesting tidbit here, when I was talking to the high schools recently for junior achievement, I was talking about personal brand, I was asking them about Musical.ly. All of them all the classes would outright groan like, about the app that was seniors, 6 classes of seniors, 3 classes of freshmen. And so that was really interesting observation for me. And so I don't know where the traction for that app is going to be. And then the big thing to think about is, for me, is I'm still going to engage on that platform. I want to understand the strategies, I want to understand the engagement, but I just know that I'm not going to necessarily build a lot of action over there just because a lot of people aren't very excited about it anymore. Got to have fun. Fun is key. Sherm's out.